A stranger on the internet 34. Male messaged me 18. Female to let me know that my boyfriend 19 Ms. and I are all over a couple swapping site. Throwaway because all of my friends know my main. And I'm sorry if the grammar in this post is all over the place. It's late here and I'm kind of freaking out. For the sake of privacy, I'm going to call my BF Ryan and the guy who messaged me Craig. Background: been with Ryan for 6 months. The relationship is fun and great. Now let's just get straight to it. I was browsing social media before bed when Facebook alerted me that a non-friend was requesting to send me a message. Curious, I opened it and was greeted with a shock. He stopped replying after my second question. Craig, so heard that you two are into couple swapping, etc. Well, me, what? Craig, why all over a site for that? Not trying to be a creep at all or odd about it. This would be our first time doing anything like that. Me, can you send me screenshots of that stuff? Sorry if I sound rude. I don't think you're creepy. It's just that as far as I know my partner and I aren't on any sites for swapping or anything else sexual. Ryan isn't picking up his phone. It's late. I think that someone might have taken our images and put them on some sort of sexual meetup website, and I have no clue what the etc. entailed. And since we were contacted by a man in his 30s, the site must say that we're older than the 18-19-year-old kids we are. I'm also scared because Craig's profile says that he is from the same city that Ryan and I are from. So whatever site we're on has our relative location on it. Maybe Ryan has something to do with it. I want to know how I should proceed from here. Please help. A stranger approached me for a couple swap and alerted me to the fact that my BF and I are all over a swinger site. I don't know how to proceed. Update: so after posting this last night, I was exhausted and fell asleep. Craig messaged me again a half hour ago and then stopped responding. I'm hoping for screenshots soon. Craig, sorry I was asleep. I'll try to find that stuff. My wife and I deleted our profile. Me, yeah, sorry about this mess. IDK, how this could happen, unless there were bots or my BF was trying to cheat on me. Craig, no, he wasn't trying to cheat. The profiles had both of you. At this point, I'm afraid it's Ryan. I don't want it to be. He won't answer my text. Updated the next day, January 26, 2017. Update 2. Thank you to everyone who has responded. 1. Something I didn't make clear in the original post is that the first message from Craig was from early January. I hadn't seen it until last night because my Facebook settings have it so I only get alerted to messages from people who aren't my friends, nor I have given permission to talk to me when I'm in the app or on the website. Last night was the first time I had gone on Facebook in about a month. At this point, I'm just waiting to hear back from Ryan still. I'm leaning towards Craig as just some creep, but Ryan's silence is becoming increasingly worrying. I still am going to check swinger sites to make sure none of my pictures are being used. I will update again when this is all figured out. Relevant MMENTS. User 1. Greater than is the couple that regularly participate in swinging sites. This kind of shit is incredibly common. A guy gets off on sex chat and fantasizing about either threesomes or swapping. So he'll create a profile without his so's knowledge and pretending to be swingers so he can chat with real swingers. It's incredibly frustrating as real swingers, and incredibly common. They are pretty easy to figure out after some experience also. Greater than the way it normally happens is we start chatting with a couple. After a couple days, we realize that we have only communicated with the male half. We ask for the two women to voice verify via phone or Skype so we know both couples are who they say they are. Dude ghosts or deflects back to sex talk. Reverse image search often leads to their FB profiles, or searching their email, or their names and location. Regardless, it's easy enough to find them since most guys that do this aren't exactly careful. Greater than at that point, a decision is made. Either we're pissed off enough at the dude that we'll contact his SO over FB and rat him out, of we just make a note and move on. We actually busted my cousin's best friend's fiance doing this. Tracked down the asshole's FB profile, found he was a mutual friend with our cousin, and then found he was engaged to cousin's best friend. As we suspected, she didn't know he was doing this. Greater than so as a couple who have been on the other end of this. We're leaning towards your BF being an asshole rather than this being a scam. Greater than how should I approach him about this? I don't have any evidence besides the messages from Craig. User 1. Greater than it is difficult. He has the trusty fallback that real swingers keep in our pocket if anyone were to stumble across our profile on a site. Greater than oh shit, someone stole our pics and made a fake profile. Greater than and yeah, it never happens. If people steal pics, it's not vanilla pics from Facebook. Unless you two are Ken and Barbie with very racy pictures on FB, your pics weren't stolen. So, you need cooperation from Craig. You need to know which site he found you on. Create a fake profile on that site and find other profiles in your area. Chances are you will stumble across the suspected account. Also browse the MW for MW ads on Craigslist and see if any of the pics or descriptions match you guys. But really, without Craig's help, there's nothing you can do besides snooping on internet history on all PCs and phones. Hopefully Craig will cooperate. Swingers are big on honesty and consent. It's what differentiates us from cheaters. So hopefully he'll give you the details out of his sense of morality. Then there's always the chance that this is an innocent mistake. Maybe he tracked down the wrong person by mistake. But honestly, we've lived this exact scenario 3 times in the past year alone. It's very common for men to catfish couples. When we were new in the lifestyle and didn't know any better, we even had a few "my wife can't make it tonight. Do you mind if it's just the 3 of us?" attempts. And yeah, none of my pictures on Facebook even show my body in any capacity. Only my face. User 1. Without evidence. All you can do is tell your BF what happened and gauge his response. Without assistance from Craig, you have nothing to go on. I just hope your BF doesn't have nudes of you, because we've been sent countless nudes of wives and girlfriends. Catfishing husbands divided by boyfriends. Then I really hope for your sake that I'm wrong in this. It's just a case of mistaken identity. Maybe we're just sour because it's happened to us so many times. I really hope so for your sake, but the circumstances sound just a bit too familiar. Final update post January 27, 2017. Final update. Thank you so much again. All have made this day easier. Also, I want to mention that I hope I never came across as shaming the swinging community. All from that community were so kind and helpful, especially who divided by coffee tia, swing, and my problem with all of this wasn't that the concept of swinging was scary, just the fact that my information and photos were being used without my knowledge. So let's get to it. Ryan ended up texting me that he wanted to see me. I got a bad vibe, so I asked him to call me instead. You all were right. It was him. Apparently the fantasy of swinging was a special kink for him, and he used those sites to masturbate. I couldn't find the profiles any sites because he had listed our ages as 23/24 and I had been searching couples 18/19. Craig couldn't find our information because when Ryan received my text last night, he went into damage control mode and deleted everything. He had used inappropriate photos of me to lure people into chatting with him. I'm young and relatively attractive, so I guess I was good bait. I threatened to call and tell my dad, who is a sheriff, about all of this if he doesn't take down all of it. I'm meeting him at a coffee shop tomorrow to look through his phone and laptop to ensure all my photos are gone. Needless to say, we're done. Craig said he was sorry, and that he didn't want to speak with me ever again, and that him and his wife only were interested in swinging because they thought Ryan and I were hot. I still don't know how the fuck he found me on Facebook, and he stopped responding, so I blocked him. Today was kind of a shit day. Relevant MMENTS. User 2. Up. I read your updates, and I am so sorry that this has happened to you. Needless to say that I think it was very good that you so firmly decided to not give him another chance. I just feel that I have to say one more thing. I would tell your dad anyways. Even if Ryan shows you an empty phone and an empty laptop, you have no idea if he's made a backup somewhere, an extra hard drive or a cloud service. Besides, your photos were out on the internet for God knows how long. There's a big chance that someone else have these photos on their computer now. There's the reason why posting images of unknowing participants is illegal. I recommend that you tell your dad and report Ryan. Yeah, I'll definitely talk to my dad. It's going to be an awkward conversation, but you're right. Ryan did something terrible to me, and who knows who else he's stolen photos from.